Georgia, a country where tradition meets opportunity. Georgia, a country nestled at the crossroads of Eastern Europe and Western Asia, is a place where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern aspirations. From its snow-capped Caucasus peaks to its lush vineyards, bustling markets, and vibrant cities, Georgia offers an experience that feels both timeless and full of potential. Over the last decade, it has drawn increasing attention from expats, digital nomads, and adventurous retirees who see it as a hidden gem. But what is it really like to live here? Let's explore the country through the lens of our expat meter. Environment: 6.0, 10 good. Georgia's landscapes are a patchwork of breathtaking contrasts. In the north, the dramatic Caucasus Mountains rise sharply into the clouds, home to some of Europe's highest peaks and pristine hiking trails. In the west, subtropical Black Sea coastlines stretch out, dotted with beach resorts like Batumi that buzz with summer life. Central regions like Kakheti are carpeted with vineyards and orchards, producing wines that have been perfected over 8,000 years of winemaking history. The country's environment is, for the most part, well preserved, especially in its rural and mountain areas. National parks such as Kazbegi and Borjomi Karagali offer unspoiled nature and a haven for wildlife. However, urban centers like Tbilisi face the usual challenges of air pollution and overdevelopment in certain neighborhoods. While Georgia doesn't score at the very top for environmental quality, it maintains a good rating, reflecting its balance between untouched natural beauty and urban growth. Climate and weather risks: 8.3, 10 high. Georgia's climate is one of its most appealing features for expats. The country enjoys a varied climate, influenced by its diverse geography. Coastal areas along the Black Sea have a mild, humid subtropical climate, making them ideal for those who love warm summers and gentle winters. Tbilisi and central regions enjoy hot summers and cool, relatively short winters, while the mountains offer snowy conditions perfect for skiing and winter sports. This diversity means expats can choose the climate that suits them best, whether it's lounging on a beach in Batumi or hiking in the crisp mountain air of Svaneti. Georgia also fares well in terms of natural hazard exposure compared to some other countries in the region. While occasional flooding and earthquakes can occur, they are not as frequent or devastating as in certain parts of the world. Its high score here reflects a year-round comfort that's hard to beat, especially for those coming from harsher climates. Cost of living: 9.4, 10 high. One of the biggest draws for foreigners is Georgia's affordability. Compared to Western Europe or North America, everyday expenses here are a fraction of the cost. Rent for a modern apartment in Tbilisi is significantly lower than in cities like London or New York, and outside the capital, prices drop even further. Utilities, public transportation, and groceries are inexpensive, and dining out can be remarkably affordable without sacrificing quality. A casual meal at a local restaurant might set you back just a few dollars, while a bottle of excellent Georgian wine can be purchased for less than what you might pay for coffee in some Western capitals. Even imported goods are reasonably priced, making it easier for expats to maintain a comfortable lifestyle without breaking the bank. The favorable exchange rates for many foreign currencies further enhance expat purchasing power, giving Georgia one of the highest cost of living scores on our index. Infrastructure and daily life: 4.6, 10 average. Georgia's infrastructure is a mix of strengths and challenges. In the capital and major cities, high-speed internet is widely available, making it a growing hotspot for remote workers. Public transportation, while basic, is functional and inexpensive. Tbilisi's metro system is small but efficient, and buses and marshrutkas, shared minibuses, connect most towns and cities. However, road quality outside urban centers can be inconsistent, and driving can be an adventurous experience due to local driving habits. Healthcare in Georgia is affordable and improving, but it still lags behind Western standards, particularly outside major cities. Expats often opt for private healthcare facilities in Tbilisi or Batumi for better quality service. Supermarkets and shopping centers are plentiful in cities, but rural areas rely more on open-air markets and small shops. While infrastructure development is ongoing, the current rating reflects that Georgia still has room to grow in this area to meet the expectations of long-term foreign residents. Security and political stability, 4.5, 10 average. Georgia is generally safe for everyday life, with low rates of violent crime compared to many countries. Petty crime, such as pickpocketing, can occur in tourist-heavy areas, but it is not a major concern for most residents. The real challenge lies in political stability and regional tensions. Georgia has experienced political protests and unrest in recent years, often related to its internal politics and foreign policy direction. There are also unresolved territorial disputes involving Abkhazia and South Ossetia, which have been sources of tension since the early 1990s. While these regions are off-limits to travelers and have no impact on daily life in most of Georgia, they contribute to the country's lower score in stability. That said, everyday life in places like Tbilisi, Batumi, and Kutaisi is generally peaceful, and locals are famously warm and hospitable towards foreigners. Culture and lifestyle. One of Georgia's strongest assets is its rich cultural identity. Georgian cuisine is an adventure in itself. Khachapuri, cheese-filled bread, kinkali, dumplings, and an endless variety of stews, salads, and baked goods make the local diet hearty and delicious. Hospitality is at the core of Georgian culture. Guests are treated like family, often invited to join in elaborate feasts called supras, accompanied by wine and traditional toasts. Music and dance are integral to daily life, with polyphonic singing and graceful national dances recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage. Georgia's Orthodox Christian heritage is reflected in its ancient churches and monasteries, many of which are perched dramatically on mountainsides or hidden in lush valleys. The pace of life is slower outside Tbilisi, giving expats the opportunity to immerse themselves in local traditions, festivals, and community life. This cultural richness makes it easy for foreigners to feel connected, even if language barriers initially pose a challenge. Opportunities for expats. Georgia's relatively open visa policy is a significant advantage. Citizens of over 90 countries can enter visa-free and stay for up to a year, making it one of the most welcoming destinations for long-term travelers and digital nomads. Many foreigners also appreciate the straightforward process of starting a business, thanks to low taxes and minimal bureaucracy compared to other countries. The government has actively promoted Georgia as a hub for remote workers, with programs that allow individuals to legally work and pay taxes while enjoying the country's low cost of living. Agriculture, tourism, and tech are emerging sectors with potential for expat involvement, though job opportunities in the local economy can be limited unless you bring specialized skills. Travel and connectivity. Georgia's location makes it an excellent base for exploring both Europe and Asia. Direct flights from Tbilisi and Kutaisi connect to major hubs across the continent, often at low-cost carrier prices. Within the country, travel is relatively easy, though journeys between cities can be slow due to winding mountain roads. The scenic routes, however, more than make up for the time. Georgia's transport network is gradually improving, with modernized rail services and new highway projects enhancing connectivity between key regions. The capital, Tbilisi, offers a growing public transportation system, including buses, minibuses, and a metro that's efficient and affordable. For those venturing into rural or mountainous areas, marshrutkas, shared minibuses, remain the most common option, giving travelers a chance to experience local life firsthand. The Expat meter verdict. We calculate the final score using a weighted system. Cost of living carries the most weight, followed by infrastructure, then environment, climate, and safety. You'll find a full explanation of the weighting and final score calculation in the description below. So here's Georgia's overall expat meter score. 6.2 out of 10. Georgia is a country of contrasts. Ancient yet modernizing, affordable yet ambitious, peaceful yet politically complex. For those seeking an affordable lifestyle in a culturally rich and scenic country, it can be a rewarding choice. While infrastructure and political stability still have room for improvement, the warmth of its people, the beauty of its landscapes, and its welcoming visa policies make Georgia an increasingly popular destination for expats and travelers alike. If you're ready to embrace a new adventure, sip world-class wine under the shadow of the Caucasus Mountains, and experience a blend of Europe and Asia unlike anywhere else, Georgia might just be the place for you. If you enjoyed exploring Georgia through our Expat Meter, don't forget to like this video and follow for more deep dives into fascinating destinations around the world.